Greetings, my name is Michael Dahl. I'm a San Bernardino City Unified School District demonstration teacher teaching mathematics at Middle College High School. And in this short video, I wanted to share with you and demonstrate the setup for this extension to be able to create breakout rooms using Google Meets. The first thing we'd want to do is to search for the extension using a Google search window and just typing in Google Meet breakout rooms. And then looking for the extension that has this icon with this purple letter B. Then adding it to Chrome, we'll then add that icon up on the top right-hand corner. Then you would want to navigate to your Google Classroom because this is going to work and integrate with Google Classroom pretty nicely. So if I select this icon, then that opens up the tool, and the tool kind of sits on top of the desktop and you can move around, which will be really important when creating the breakout rooms. There's a little bit of setup that's required in advance. So number one, we want to make sure that we're signed in with our Google accounts, our district Google accounts, and you would see that here. Then you would want to create, maybe if you're going to use this for multiple courses, create the courses. I created a breakout room for each course that I'm teaching. So I have the different courses that I'm teaching, and let's create a new one. So you would create a new one by just selecting the plus sign here. And let's call this a demonstration. And then we want to make sure there's a reminder that the changes are not yet saved. And so we would want to click this blue save icon. And now the course is there. So then I want to create the breakout rooms for my class. So I'll click on rooms, and then this tab down here, this drop-down menu, select the course that you want to create the breakout rooms for. And our first room would be our home room or our main room. And this extension is going to create a link for us. However, then we're going to replace the link with the link created by our Google Classroom. Then I would click the green plus for how many breakout rooms that I want. So I might make, let's say, 4 rooms. So we'll call this, and you can call this anything you want to. So I have room number 1 and room number 2. Okay, so I have 4 breakout rooms. Now I'm going to link the breakout rooms in their main room to my Google Classroom. So I will, again, we're going to save this, click the blue icon to save. And you see that it generated some links for the main, and it generated some links for the breakout rooms. I'm going to generate first a Meet link for my Google Classroom. And then I'm going to go ahead and open that so that the extension will recognize the link. When we go to the Meet tab, so we go to the Meet tab here, and if we scroll down a little bit, we see a couple options. We can start a class with Google Meet, and we can start a class with Google Classroom. They're both pretty much very similar. So here we have options to open the main room and the breakout rooms. First, we want to establish those. So I clicked Start Class with Google Classroom, and then there's an option here to sync the opened Google Classroom, the main room, which is the one I have open, with the main room that is in this extension. So then I get a message up here that was successful. So if I go back to the rooms, now I see that this link has been changed, and this link is now the link that I'm using that's been generated by Google Classroom. I can go ahead and close this if I wanted to. And now I'm pretty much all set. So in class, when I have my class here, I'm going to click my course, and I'm selecting this is period 6. And how many breakout rooms do I have? Well, I created up to 4, so I can select up to 4. And the part of the tool that I think is really helpful and it's been really useful is it's going to populate all those breakout rooms on my screen simultaneously. So I can bounce from room to room, but I can also monitor all the rooms at the same time. To do that, now we're going to go back to start class from Google Classroom, and we had synced our class. We only need to do that one time. Now here we will click to open. And we can change the size of the windows. We can there's some options and settings to change the layout. However, then you see here that I can easily toggle between the main room and the different breakout rooms. So here's my tool for navigation. So if I click over to 1, then now you will see this would highlight in green. So now I have a speaker that turns on in room 1. And by the way, that's an addition that you would notice that in your main room, now this icon became new. So this is the speaker, and we wouldn't want to hear responses that are kind of overlap other responses. So when I join a breakout room, the extension will automatically turn my speaker off in the main room so that I can hear what's going on in those individual breakout rooms. Or you can do that room per room here. So if I go back to my navigation tool and I toggle, now I'm going to look at room 1. I'm going to look at room 2. Again, this is a slide tool that you can move around, or you can minimize. If you might not even use it, you can just click on the rooms individually. And there's room 3 and there's room 4. I can use my microphone and speak to that room. I can use my camera and put my camera in that room. So let's go over to room 3. I can broadcast to all the breakout rooms at once. So I can speak to all the rooms. We'll see the icon change, and now I'm speaking to all the rooms at once. I can have my camera in all the rooms at once. When the chat feature is being used, you can see the chat for each room all at once. And so it's just been a helpful tool to be able to take a larger group and do some breakout room sessions, some smaller group sessions, but still being able to monitor student progress. When the activity is all finished, we'll scroll down to the bottom here and we'll go to our participant controls. And from our participant controls, we can mute all the participants in the room. We can remove all the participants in the room, and we can remove them all from all the breakouts, which would then you would see everybody pop out. Then I would need to go room by room to close those, but that doesn't take too long. It's just selecting these. And then you may have noticed as I close those windows, little icons were dropping down and being saved. And so those were copies of the attendance being recorded using the other Google extension that fellow demonstration teacher, Kelsey Smith, made a great video about. So I welcome you to view that one as well. So once again, that is the Google Meet Breakout Rooms extension. And thank you for watching.